Are you? How are you? Hello, beautiful people. So good to see your faces. What's up, chat? Hold us down. We jumping right in tonight. You guys know where to find us. The names are on the board. We are blowing lay fuck up over there on Instagram and on the YouTube. It's going very, very well. I dropped
And
the
TikTok.
interview with Big Daddy Kane last night. People are really, really excited about that. Oh, we got clips coming. Lily, they revised our clips, so I got to send them to you after the show. Remind me. Yeah, we're doing really well.
You didn't tell me you
And we
dropped the cane.
can't hear you, Haran.
You didn't tell me you dropped the cane interview.
I did not, sir. I dropped a clip, a teaser.
I'm saying you didn't tell me that.
I,
See
I'm
when folks
sorry.
get a little. See what happens when folks get a little shine. You get. Oh, I didn't know you did that.
Lily, did you know, Lily?
What's that? I knew.
I didn't
All
know
right.
you did that.
It's in my stories, actually.
I mean, I
It's in
would
my
have liked
stories.
to have watched when it just takes 10 minutes, it takes 5 minutes, yo, blah, blah, blah. Oh, yo, let me go check it out. But got things going on, baby.
It's a clip. It's just a
It's a
clip.
clip.
You got some things happening. I'll watch it with everyone else.
With the comment folks.
Yeah, with the comments.
Listen, I got like 10 clips to drop, okay? So I'm sure you catch the other 9.
Just a clip.
Just a clip. I'm just putting the clip in right now, okay? I'm just putting the clip in right now. Right? I'm not deep stroking until December 11th. December 11th, everybody get their deep strokes, okay? That's when I drop the full interview. No, wait, part of the interview. It's 3 parts. So I'll drop the first part on December 11th, the day after Big Daddy Kane performs on the Grammy 50th tribute on CBS, 8:30 p.m. Eastern and Pacific. So it's coming. It's coming. It's slow and steady. Wins the race. Okay, everybody. I like to massage first. You know, I'm all about foreplay. Okay. You want to see the clip? Go to On the Block with Jen. All right. The clip is there. It's there. Me and Kane doing the damn thing.
Almost at 5,000.
And
Say again.
Almost at 5,000 also.
Yeah, over here on the block, we're almost there organically, I may add. Okay. Do thick and thin, rain or shine, organically. We are almost at 5K. Just us. No whistles.
Ups and
no
downs.
voice. Oh,
Arguments, hugs.
And we don't even do beef content. If we did beef content, we'd eclipse all these dickheads online. If we did, listen, we are surgical, okay, with debating. If we did beef content, we'd eclipse all them fucking incels and cornballs and man haters and woman haters. But we don't do that. We don't do that here. So, we grow organically, and I like the people that we have coming through every night. I don't mind. I am not complaining, honey. I am not complaining.
no. So speaking of hip hop 50, I was too tired to share this the other night. But I got to see the Jay-Z exhibit at the Brooklyn Museum. That was a really big deal here in New York. It was really nice. Okay, so I went with the mayor of New York. They shut down the museum. I felt really special. I was like, oh, what? Oh, when we walked in, the door started click, 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 click. I went, oh,
Okay.
I'm here for it. I like the VIP treatment. So I'm going to tell you, I've seen different exhibits at the museum. I didn't realize it was going to be the way it was. There was so much memorabilia there. Like you would think, okay, like what else? Like what could they really do? Like, is it going to be like his writing pads or something? First of all, they recreated Baseline Studios. If you know anything about music, like you're nobody if you haven't recorded at Baseline Studios when it was open. They
Daddy's house, too. If you never recorded in Daddy's house,
Daddy's house, Electric Lady Studios, all that, right? So, so that was that, and it was 3 floors, and sections, and like each section was like almost like a maze. There was just so much going on. So I just put up a reel, but I could actually make like 2 or 3 reels just from that experience alone. They had his original reels from what he recorded the different songs for Reasonable Doubt, all of his plaques.
So is it a permanent exhibit or is it touring? Is it touring or is it permanent?
Today is the last day. That's why it was such a big deal. Today is the last day.
Shucks, if you didn't see it, you didn't see it.
Right.
It would have been nice to see it, but I did see your reel. I love the reel. You did good with the reel because I saw a lot. You showed a lot. The reel was great. I want to show it now. Let's pull it up real quick so people can see. Where are we? Because I really did like the reel. You did great with the reel. Like, sometimes people go certain places and it's like, we can't see. Get your face out there.
Yeah. I was trying to make sure you all got the experience when I was, and I did it kind of fast because I did it before the show. So, but once it came together, okay, so we was about to do New York might go fund for you. No saying, oh, that's too funny. I know, right? No saying been out for a minute. About to put you on a milk carton.
Don't say it was MIA. Thought he got arrested. Thought he got got. That happens on the block, right? We be hanging out with people, then we don't see him for 2 days. Be like, yo, Charlie Rock got locked up. What happened? That's how it is on the block. So we didn't know what was going on. We was like,
and then they pop up with that glow.
Some motherfuckers disappear. Some motherfuckers just disappear, literally.
That too. Some of them never pop back
Appreciate
up.
the worrying. Appreciate the GoFundMe.
Where the hell is Nothing? What is happening? Let's pull up. Let's share the screen and pull up this so we could take a peek at the. What's it called, Lily? What is it called?
Yeah, it was something. Book of Holes.
Book of Holes.
Yeah, I think that's what it was called. Let me just double check.
Let's look at this reel. I love the reel. I didn't look at it.
Trying to find where it's at.
V to the is A. For shizzle, my nizzle used to dribble down in VA. Was hurting them in the home of the turbans. Got it dirt cheap for them. Plus, if they were short with cheese, I would work with them. More than we got rid of that dirt for them. Wasn't born hustlers, I was birthing them. H to the Izzo, V to the is A. For sheezy, my kneesy, keep my arms so breezy. Can't leave rap alone, the game needs me. Haters want me clapped, they chrome, it ain't easy. Cops wanna knock me, DA wanna box me in. But somehow, I beat them charges like Rocky. H to the Izzo, V to the is A. H to the Izzo, V to the is A. For shizzle, my nizzle used to dribble down in VA. Was hurting them in the home of the turbans. Got it dirt cheap for them. Plus, if they were short with cheese, I would work with them. More than we got rid of that dirt for them. Wasn't born hustlers, I was birthing them. H to the Izzo, V to the is A. For sheezy, my kneesy, keep my arms so breezy. Can't leave rap alone, the game needs me. Haters want me clapped, they chrome, it ain't easy. Cops wanna knock me, DA wanna box me in. But somehow, I beat them charges like Rocky. H to the Izzo, V to the is A.
Now, YouTube about to get me.
Right.
Copywritten music. Yeah.
Damn. Especially with him.
Right. I thought it looked amazing from just that reel. I saw the magazine cover. So they had every magazine cover he's been on.
Every last magazine cover. You saw the 8 tracks?
Yes.
Like
the 8 tracks, awards. I don't even think they fit all the magazines that man's ever been on for decades.
It was in different sections. Like it was sections big, like one section alone was bigger than my apartment. And yeah, and then it's like it was really good. I was not expecting all that. I wasn't.
Career, salute, man. Like what a career. And he says, "I'm not. The game needs me." So true. Because if we didn't have Jay out of New York, shit.
It really made you. Because I mean, I don't know if I said this on here, but he's like my fave. So even with him being my fave and me following his career, I was like, I forgot about this. I forgot about that. Oh my God, this and that. Like it really made me like, wow, this is why he's Jay. Yeah, just in case you forgot.
Right. What I love about it the most is that it's such an enormous tribute and he's still alive, right? Because we usually see these things after the person's gone and it's like, I love it. I think that they should do this more often. I think it would be amazing for people that are still alive to do this, to show their entire career. So much more inspirational, I think, when you go see all the work they've done and then they're still here and you get to see the continued work that they're doing. I think more artists should do that for sure.
Yeah.
And is it going to tour though? Is it going to tour?
I don't think it's going to tour, but he has been there 3 times to see it. He was there for the opening, and he went back voluntarily. Came back 2
I know
other
he
times.
went with B. I saw some pictures where he went there with Beyonce.
Yeah, it's so much I miss because I'm thinking about so many, just like all the pictures with him and all of his friends from over his career. I mean, it's just so much that was there. Was a lot of detail, so much detail. They did an excellent job with that.
Amazing. They should tour. I mean, I'd pay to go see it. I'd pay to go. They
No,
should tour.
it's definitely worth it. Definitely worth it. And the thing I was holding in my hand, that was um the limited edition library card, because they turned their library into it was a whole Jay-Z library. So yeah.
That's dope. Really, really dope. Salute to J to the Z, O to the Z, and then the dribble down to VA. To the Z. I know about going down to VA, Charlottesville, Virginia, 8-hour Greyhound. Woo!
Maryland, from Maryland to Harlem, Harlem to Maryland. That's a
It was
story for another day.
what we were crazy. Well, hi everybody, welcome everybody. Chat, hold us down. We're about to get into this. I gotta read you comments from Ashanti's page, from Nelly's page, and from Miss Jackson, Nelly's ex page. I'm like, when I tell you, people have all the time in the world, if they dedicated this type of time to their families and their careers and their children, I mean, human beings would be so much better, but that's never going to happen. And like Lily says, we can't talk about what we want it to be. We're going to deal with it how it is, right? And this is, I am by no means thinking that I'm bringing you an enlightening stream tonight. This is some bullshit, right? However, it's a great case study on humanity. So I got to take I have to find the wisdom in there somewhere, because this is bullshit. Like, all of a sudden you guys don't care about kids getting blown up in Palestine anymore. I got too serious. I'll bring myself out. Get her back. Let's talk about Ashanti may be pregnant. Sure, let's do that instead. Okay. Adam, if you don't shut the fuck up.
I caught that.
Bad news to report. Dion Sanders and Tracy Edmonds have called it quits. Oh, how are we gonna
tell you something, man? Tracy been Tracying since I was 13.
Listen.
Tracy been Tracying, okay?
Oh, we're gonna have a moment of silence. Ready? Because Tracy Edmonds, when I tell you this woman, I'll give her this. I'll give Tracy Edmonds this. And I think it's because she's kept the last name Edmonds. That bitch will not drop Babyface's name. Let's start there. Okay?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
However, I will give Tracy Edmonds, and you know how I feel about some Babyface, y'all. Okay. But I give her this. She's managed to dick hop the industry from sports to entertainment, okay, without a scratch. I mean, they don't call this bitch a hoe. They don't call her a dick rider, a dick hopper. They don't call her for the streets. Okay. He's mad that last name Edmonds, okay, to just maneuver unscathed, okay, and monkey bar literally from dick to dick to dick to dick to dick. So salute to Miss Edmonds, okay? Salute to Miss Edmonds. I'll give her that, because the list is long, right? And anybody else would have been like, right? The incels would be, but she's managed to really monkey bar in and out.
That's impressive.
It is. In this industry.
Motherfuckers want to fuck.
Kicking a man while he's down, too. I mean, articles coming out about him, recruits jumping ship now. He had a horrible end to his season. Nothing taken away from his coaching, but Colorado was really hot for about a month, and then they weren't. But, man, I took a picture. I took a look. That Edmonds, 56 years old. She's quite an attractive woman.
No, she's very pretty. She's very pretty. I mean,
I don't think Dion is down from that. I don't think the only motherfucker that was ever down from that was most likely Babyface. The only motherfucker that was probably ever hurt.
I don't think so. I don't think so.
You think Babyface didn't feel something?
I don't think. I'm not saying he didn't feel something. He has children with this woman. However, he was hopping around as well, right? So my thing is, if you're so dedicated and on a woman, I mean, he's Babyface. I mean, he belongs to the people. He belongs to me. Okay, he belongs to the people.
I'm gonna tell you something about men. Okay. Men.
I already know what you're gonna say. I already know what you're gonna say.
All right, exactly. You
already know. So. But here's the thing. You think he couldn't get right, but you think.
Well, go ahead.
Okay, but listen. You think that if Babyface didn't want to get her back, he couldn't get her back? I'm talking about when they broke up, when she decided, or who would decide, because I don't know if it was mutual. We don't know, respectively. We don't know if it was mutual.
At that point in time,
her whole life is revolving around his last name.
I mean, but at that point in time, I mean, he was at the height of his powers. Why go get her? You don't have to.
But that's my point. But that's my point. That you're like, oh, you think he didn't feel something? Maybe he felt something, but he was like, shit, I'm not fucking Babyface. I got, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm Babyface. Like, you want to leave? Right. Oh, you sure you want to break up the family? We got the kids. All right.
She was with Eddie Murphy for like a week, right?
And they got engaged. It was rumored that they actually went through with it and got married, and then it got annulled. Yeah, but
just like Mel B, he does these quick engagement marriage things because they didn't even make it off the boat before they broke up. They got married, they went on a cruise.
He denied that.
Mel B was fine before she cut her face up.
Wasn't she though? That was one fine chick, body and all. I always thought she was fine, yeah, and that body, yeah.
She cut her face up and threw all that shit in there.
Yeah. I never thought she was particularly pretty or stunning. I'm not saying she was ugly. I'm just saying that I'd walk past her at Walmart. Tracy Edmonds, I'd look.
When she was in the Spice Girls, she was cute. When she was in the Spice Girls, she was cute. But then when she got older and kind of found her look,
like her things, her face started to become more defined. Like her features started to get a little sharper, and then at some point in time, she started standing out.
Yeah, it was a period. It was a period. Yeah,
you know what? It was like, oh, wow. Now y'all forcing me to leave the screen.
I don't know, Haran, and I don't know if you guys agree with this. We were talking about Serena Williams today and how she kind of, the older she got, the more she looks like her dad. And then one guy here said, it's kind of weird that Venus has kind of passed her up in looks.
Yeah, it is weird. Damn,
no, weird, but it's true.
Most ain't coming at the big guns. God, I ain't co-signing.
I know Serena, she bleached and she did some shit to her face. I'm like,
a lot of stuff.
All these women just cutting their face up.
I want to be fair. Okay.
What?
Let's go at Mel B in different stages of her life. Okay. Okay, here's when she was the youngest. Here she was in the Spice Girls, whatever the fuck.
She's pretty,
yeah, cute black girl. Yeah, she was cute.
Yeah. First of all, this girl here in the gold, that girl in the gold, that's not Mel B. Let's be clear.
I don't know who that is. That's probably that's Halloween or something.
Cosplayer, I guess.
Yeah, I think that's Halloween.
People with a cut up face.
But how does I don't see what y'all see. I don't see what y'all see.
Yeah, I'm not seeing none of the pictures. Because she went through a period. Because with Mel, I remember looking up.
There she is, young.
That was that the period?
No.
This was younger.
I remember when I started seeing her. I was like, "Oh, Mel, what you do?" Okay.
No, that's not it.
That's too much makeup.
No, wait a minute. I think that's it right there, right next to the.
I hear you're making a lot of excuses.
No, I'm not seeing none of the pictures.
I ain't making no excuses. I'm trying to find it.
I keep hearing that's too much makeup. That's the lighting. That's the angle. That's the.
I'm not seeing none of the pictures. Okay, like when she was with that guy. She was.
I'm gonna say Mel B younger. There you go. I'm gonna type in Mel B younger.
Now I liked it when she was with that guy, the ex-husband. The last picture you had. I liked it when she was.
Her younger. Y'all gonna deny that wasn't her younger?
That was nice. That was nice. That's a nice photo of her.
Yeah, I like the
these photos.
then she started messing with her face, and because when she looks natural like that, then you see she's messing with her face.
That's her with fillers.
Mm-hmm.
This is her with fillers.
Yeah, horrible. And
because their eyes start shrinking and shit. Like the fillers, like it pulls it. That's why they start looking like they remind me of a lioness, how a lioness's head looks in Disney, specifically in The Lion King. That's how Jada Pinkett looks. She's got a lion head. Like they start putting the fillers and then this gets real out, right? This does this. And then the eyes sink in, and then they do that Asian thing. They pull their eyes back. So then it's like this. And this, so this is like this is what they end up looking like online. And it's a boo.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. That they had a plastic surgeon going over the years of Madonna's photos and saying, okay, this is what she's had done here. You can tell because the eyes do this, and it was crazy. Like the different stages of Madonna.
I love watching those videos. I love watching those videos because I used to want to be a plastic surgeon when I was younger. I've always been into faces and changing and art and all of that stuff. The only thing that stopped me is when I realized, like, oh yeah, the insides of people stink, and I have a very keen sense of smell, so because the sight doesn't do anything for me. Like I can literally watch that stuff and eat.
Lily, I don't think it stinks behind the face. If you were cutting a stomach open, perhaps.
That's what made me stop. Like I wanted to do like the face. I wanted to do like I used to watch all that stuff. Then I realized I'm like, oh, people's insides stink. You know?
I mean, no, it stinks bad when you cut open a stomach for sure.
That's why people that do autopsies, man, I'm just like, I don't know how they do it.
Salute.
That or morticians. It's like, ooh.
Yeah, I went into makeup instead.
Miles of shit in the intestines, and it's a fucking hot mess. Everything you ate is still there. You can see the rice and the corn, and it's a hot mess. Thank you for the super chat, John Flowers. John Flowers says, "Salute, y'all. I've been watching from the sidelines. I have been enjoying the show. Salute. Thank you. Salute to you as well, sir. Thank you so much for the super chat and supporting the show." Adam Hearn says, "Jen got bad taste in women, even though she dressed up like a pretty stud tonight." Okay, to you.
Oh, and when she was with Eddie, she was fine.
I don't have bad taste in women. I have a very high standard for beauty. Like I have a very high standard. I think that there's beautiful, stunning, and then there's cute. Mel B, I think she's cute, right? I would walk past her. Tracy Edmonds, to me, I think she's gorgeous. Tracy Edmonds.
She's always been stunning.
She's gorgeous, right? But some women, some women that people fawn over, like you guys with Megan Good. I'm like, Megan Good looks like a cute girl in the hood to me. I wouldn't look at Megan Good like, oh shit. And then Halle Berry to me is stunning from head to toe, her body, her shape, the way she's shaped, right? A little bow-legged, but she's somebody that you would look at. You know what I mean? When you walk, I wouldn't look at Megan Good. Megan Good wouldn't walk past me and I'll be like, damn, I just wouldn't. But some of you guys go crazy with some shit that I will never understand, but it ain't for me to understand.
One thing about Tracy Edmonds and
E-Black.
Nicole Murphy is that we have to remember one thing as gentlemen, even after women leave you and divorce you, and Tina Turner, even after women leave you and divorce you, they'll take your fucking name if that shit has any kind of worth to it. So always remember that, gentlemen, that your worth is really what the fuck a woman is really around for. Because even when you're out the house, they'll take whatever the fuck you have that's worth.
Even if they change their last name back, they incorporate your last name as their middle last name, like
absolutely.
Kennedy's wife, Onassis, Jacqueline Kennedy Onassis.
Mm-hmm. I've seen that shit. So yeah, gentlemen, keep that in mind. That if the ball drops and your lady immediately lets go of your last name, that means you really weren't worth much.
That's a good point. Oh well. Black Lexicon says Tracy is a nice schoolgirl looking woman. E-Black said Megan Good got them cheekbones.
I think with Megan Good, I think what it is the girl next door. People love that. They love the girl next door look. What
cheekbones? What cheekbones? E-Black. When I think cheekbones, I think Grace Jones. You know what I'm saying? I don't think Megan Good. when you say cheekbones. I think Grace Jones. I don't think Megan Good. But you're right, Lily. She does have a very sweet, nice girl next door look. I'll give her that. I just don't.
Grace
I
Jones
don't
was
get
very
hot
frightening
in
to
that
look at when I was younger. When I was younger, I
Huh?
thought that Grace Jones was very frightening to look at. She was a very frightening looking
Really?
woman. Yes, she's a
I
very
love Grace
frightening
Jones.
looking woman. When I was younger, but especially when she used to do that shit. You know, like she was a very frightening looking
I
woman.
love her life. I love that I live in the same world as her.
You know she's Jamaican, right?
Mm-hmm.
Not hard to believe. E Black said my wife took my last name even though she got her degree in her maiden name. What you mean, like on the wall? She has her degree on the wall in her maiden name? Oh, you mean E Black said stop, quit hating. I'm not hating. I give credit. Why y'all not giving me credit for the women I think are stunning? It's just some women I think are stunning.
Everybody's stunning. You all ain't got to agree on who's stunning and who isn't. You know what I mean?
That's true. We all got different. It's like food. It's like we all got different. It's literally like food. Our eyes are just different. What we like is that, like, I think Raquel Welch is stunning. You know, I thought a lot of people made a big deal about Naomi Campbell. I never saw it. Sorry. Under that wig is fucking scary as fuck. Like when I think of I don't think Kim Kardashian is attractive. People kill for Kim Kardashian. People
She's like a Canadian lady to me.
I thought that Amber Rose had a moment. Amber Rose.
No, Amber Rose was sick. I'm not taking that from that woman. I can't take that from.
Amber Rose was so.
She was so stunning, stunningly beautiful.
Before she got that big old trick ass. But Amber Rose to me was so gorgeous. She looked like an alien.
Yeah, she was scary pretty.
That wasn't even, she looked like something. Nikki Murphy too, before that white started kicking in. Her white jeans outfits chewed up.
Yeah.
But prior to them white jeans kicking in, because you know they age in dog years, right? You know what I'm saying? Prior to them white jeans kicking in, Nikki Murphy was a goddess.
They usually win the North. What happened?
Like crazy. Her ass is real and she stays in the gym. Like when I see a woman, okay, this is my the scale I use. If you are stunning before a knife hits your face, you are fucking stunning. Even the women we like, Halle Berry, nose job. Okay, Nikki Murphy, nose job. Kim Kardashian, everything job, right? So I give credit when I look at a Raquel Welch. You know what I mean? Women that are just like, oh my God. Oh, what's her name? Diane Carroll. Like women that are beautiful.
You talk about
before a doctor touches you.
Yeah, like
we can all be fine after $100,000. We can all be stunning after $100,000 job.
I mean, it is, you know, that's kind of interesting. Like at least when I was young, you would think, well, people are good, especially the jealous people will say, oh, so and so is really good. Like, well, but wait till they get older, they're gonna, you know, then. But like, I forgot the actress's name that was in the Elvis movies that kind of had an affair with Elvis, but she's still alive today, and she was pretty famous. And even like when they're in their 70s and 80s, when they take care of themselves, you're like, oh, I can see that they were damn hot when they were young, because they're not, you know, for an older woman, they're not bad looking. It's like you can see it. You can see like, oh man, yeah.
That's because we've been conditioned, again, capitalist society. We've been conditioned to think that age is synonymous with unattractive, right? And we got there because they're constantly pitching to women, stay younger, got those wrinkle lines. Guess what, ladies? This lotion will, and it's constantly pitched to women. You don't see that happening with men till now. Now they're pitching beauty products to men because it's an untapped market. There's a lot of money there. But before they didn't bother with y'all. Every commercial was like, ladies, are you tired of those frown lines? Are you, we were constantly being told, you got to stay young. You got to stay young. You got to look younger. And that's in America. Because when you go outside of America, the elders are worshipped.
Worshipped, exactly.
Worshipped.
Her name was Anne Margaret.
Oh, I know who that is. I know who that is. Yeah.
Yeah, she's I think she's from Swedish. She was from Sweden. But yeah, it's like I was like, oh shoot, all right. I started looking
You
at
know who
her.
never really did anything to herself? You know who never really did anything to herself? Lisa Bonet. She never really did
No,
anything to
yeah, you
herself.
could tell. You could tell Lisa Bonet is like, this is
Yeah.
my, this is it.
Yeah. And she's still very attractive. She's still very fucking sexy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And Sade's another one.
Sade. I
Yeah.
think Lisa Bonet, Sade, they're gonna be sexy forever. It's just that they got that vibe.
Oh, that damn Nia Long. I'm all sick of her pretty ass.
You know who wasn't bad?
She mean as hell, but she's still pretty.
When she was young, I was kind of shocked. I saw a young photo of her. Helen Moran.
Who is that again?
She's a white actress. She's a white actress. She's
I have to
old.
look that.
She's old as shit now, but she's a white actress. She wasn't pretty. She wasn't that bad when she was younger.
I think Ellen Burstyn too. Ellen Burstyn, very pretty face, even now. Fahim Jackson, thank you for the super chat and supporting the show. We better get into the subject, yo. Don't just pick on the ladies. What about Sammy Sosa's look? I want to cry. Sammy. We're not talking about color right now. What do you mean, like?
But he still did something to. What you mean his
But
look?
I don't think he was. But I don't think he was ever attractive. Sammy Sosa was like never attractive. So to me, it wasn't like a this or that because he was never attractive to me. He looks worse now.
Right.
Now that he,
nobody's
like the joke.
looking at him.
Right. Nobody was ever looking for Sammy Sosa until he went beige. Then it was like, do you know that beige? Who the fuck is that? Like on us. We're like, what hue is that? What color is that? What is that? We don't. There's not even a spectrum. It looks like when a body starts decomposing.
Seriously, they have to they have to like come up with a new spectrum or something to add that undertone on there because as of current, it doesn't exist.
It's pre-decomposition. Oh, E Black said yes. We got married after she got her degree. Some women won't change their last name if they have accolades to it. Yeah, but she changed her name. You said she took your name, E Black. You said she took your name after. So she can't change it on the degree, right? I mean, she's not going to ask for the degree again and change her name. Change her name.
That's another thing. Some women, they got so much paperwork tied up with your name. Some of them just say, fuck it. They just keep the name.
I've heard that too. Bullshit. Some people keep that name because they're famous and wealthy.
That too.
Okay. Because Nikki Murphy and Tracy Edmonds, they have plenty time, money, and resources to change their last names to that raggedy ass name that they had before she put her whole paws on my baby face.
I'm thinking of some people right now in my head, but
you know, Tracy, she probably inspired some good songs though, man, from Babyface. You don't know. That shit gotta come from somewhere now.
Take it, listen. Take it from somewhere now. I'm sure she definitely did because she was in one of his music videos. But take it from me. I've seen Babyface 11 times, and he tells his little story on stage all the time. He said he was born brokenhearted, and he's been writing songs since he was born. And then he tells the story about the first time he got his little heart broken in little preschool. So he's been writing for. He said he was born brokenhearted. He said when he was born, he cried a lot. So they used to ask his mother, "What is that boy brokenhearted? Why is he always crying?"
You know, you're a clear example of what every artist or every business owner wants. A person who is just, I mean, you've seen this guy a gajillion fucking times. I mean, you probably even know what he's going to say before he even fucking says the shit.
I know the whole fucking routine.
Still fucking show up. What artist, what anyone, that's the shit that I'm talking about, like a super fan. If you can get a room full of like that, you know how much bread you'll always eat. You'll always eat. If you get
I give him my hard-earned money too. I give him my hard-earned money too.
I learned that when I was in the music industry. I said, okay, now I'm starting to see. Once I got behind the scenes and saw how things really went, I said the artists who are in the best positions are artists who have developed a cult following, who have developed a rapport with their audience. They don't ever have listen. They don't even have to advertise. They could just wake up in the morning and drop a fucking album. They'll sell the same amount all the time. They announce they're going on tour. They're going to always sell tickets. The ones who become like platinum selling artists and selling 11 million records, the moment they sell 2 million records, they're a failure,
because
right?
they're
And so then,
trendy.
right?
They're trendy. They have no core. A lot of those people just showed up because they were the thing at the time.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? But after a while, everybody cools off after a while. So what happens after you cool off? If you don't have like a core audience or a core base, you might not eat anymore. You know what I mean? So that's just is what it is. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, as y'all know, yeah, I was like that with Prince, man. I bought that 3-disc fucking album of his, and that shit was garbage. I bought that shit for like $30 fucking. I ain't had a dime to my name at the time, man. Bought everything that dude ever came out with.
Yeah, that's me with Mariah. Okay, like Lexicon said, I hate to hear they decided to part after so long. You know, I brought this up on one of the episodes of Sisterhood Sips, is that people cling to that longevity as if it's a badge. But we don't know if they was around there knocking each other upside the head every third Tuesday. We don't know if he was Tracy and Dion. Like, you know, people use
long. They weren't even together that long.
yeah, but you know, people like to say that. Like they like to use like, oh, they've been together and after so long, it's like that's not really a measure of success because we don't know what was really going on during that length of time, right? Um, it is what it is. So that's why I'm always like, okay, it's obviously to get to this place, we don't know when things got bad. It could have got bad a year or two. Because what I do know about them, they've never lived together. They've never even lived in the same city their entire relationship. All right. So I would say that a lot of this, like prolonged, they probably stopped really fucking with each other after year 5. But the last 5 years, they were just going on with the schedule. And it's like, oh, damn, it's been another year. Well, happy anniversary. Okay. All right. Go back onto their regularly scheduled program. They probably have had 2 separate lives for years. That's why I don't look at that longevity thing as no measure of success when it comes to relationships.
I think people have to, and let me tell you, it's shifting, and this will segue us into our main topic tonight. But I think people should realize and appreciate and accept. Again, I stand 10 toes down. Marriage is for people who have children. I'm sticking to that. Marriage is for people who have children. It's very important. Children are raised by the female energy and the masculine energy. I think it's very important for them to have that balance. It's very important. Statistics prove it. I think marriage is for people who have children. Okay. With that said, people have to accept that dating, relationships, they come and go. It's a journey. There's ebbs and flows. There's waves. There's no commitment where you got to, I got to rock with you. No, I'm here for a good time, not a long time. Great. You got money. I got money. Let's have a good time. Let's fuck. Let's suck. Let's travel. Let's have fun. Right. And then you just move on. Right. I'm sticking to it. Marriage is for people who have children.
Yeah. I don't know why people who are not planning on having children get married. I don't understand it.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll just keep it a buck, man. People that I've seen who have options don't stay together very long.
Boom. That's another thing. Not only that, Tracy's pattern has been very much, I date that guy. I mean, were you guys upset when she broke?
When you got a beautiful woman and a dude with money, the odds of that lasting long, you know what I mean? Somebody's got to break down. Somebody's got to lose something in order for it to work. I keep it a buck with you. Either the woman is going to have to lose her looks for a little bit, maybe lose her sexual value, or the guy might lose a little bread. He might lose his lust a bit, and he needs to, you know what I mean, have a situation going on. But when both are at the heights, at the peak of their powers, it's hard to keep them motherfuckers together for like 2 weeks, man. That's hard.
Right.
And my thing is
naturally. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I was gonna say why? Why would they? You know what I'm saying? Like that. Those those are the times you're supposed to be out there living your best life and capitalizing on your market value. Like you young, you sexy, you attractive, all of those things. It's like, so what are you doing in this relationship? I've told people, young people, that I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? Why are you wasting your time? You're gonna be a hoe like the rest of us when we was your
I
age.
mean, like I said,
And maybe this age.
when I was 20 years old, if I had been worth $30 or $50 million, oh my fucking God. I don't go with nobody. I go with everybody.
10 years is enough. Why? I don't understand why this y'all gotta grow up. Y'all are too old to be thinking like this. Like, I don't get it. Why do people think that you're supposed to be with one human being forever for the rest of your life? That just sounds like a fucking sentence to me.
It do.
It sounds horrible. On a planet of billions, think about that. On a planet of billions of people. And I'm not even talking about sex, so don't fucking twist it, bitches. I'm not even talking about, you're going to have sex with one person for the rest of your life. I'm not even talking about sexually. I'm talking about meeting other human beings, connecting with other human beings, even if it's a woman, even if it's a man, even if it doesn't matter. When you it's like Johnny Depp said the other day that I pulled it up. You have to fall in line with that person in front of you when you're in a relationship. And you miss out, in my opinion, you miss out on so much life. It doesn't even have anything to do with fucking somebody else. It's adventures, life goals that you have that you will not pursue because you got to fall in line. This motherfucker's not going to like it. Or I feel indebted to them in their career. I don't really want to do this. And then you break up. And why do the people go ham when they break up? They go ham. They go fucking travel, midlife crisis, and buy a Corvette. Is because you were fucking trapped in this fucking thing for decades. With that said, if you have children, oh well, you decided to do that. You are committed to those children to raise them the best way possible, to prepare them for life. But they'll do it together 10 years, together forever. Good luck with that shit. Won't be me.
It's the same reason why the Catholic girls go crazy when they graduate high school.
The Mormons, the Mormons do too. Yep.
You know the rumor that, what is it, the preacher's daughter? Come on.
Oh, that's not just a rumor. That's not a rumor. It's not a rumor.
Human beings are wild animals. Human beings are wild animals. Everybody that's walking straight and narrow is because laws. People don't want to go to prison, right? People don't want to catch diseases. If there was no such thing as fucking laws and diseases, we would be like wild animals. We would be Animal Planet, literally. Yeah. We would be chimp empire. We would be animals.
And you can see it happen when society breaks down. I was watching a little documentary of the Ukraine, and it was so interesting. It was the first town that was being, ransacked, or the Russians were on the outside. And this woman who owns this Ukrainian store, it's not like a big city. She goes in there and they're breaking in, the windows and taking stuff out and stuff like that, into a panic. And she looks at him, she's like, what the fuck are you gonna do? You're gonna play ball? He's got a freaking ball in his hand. She's like, put that shit down. You can have the ball or whatever. But in Ukraine, it's like, what the fuck? You're gonna be playing ball? Stealing a ball. Like stuff you don't even need in the middle of, being a panic.
But you know what? It's funny, right? Because men that are bitter, men that can't get laid, they're always trying to shame women, right? And you're fucking it up for you, dickhead.
Mm-hmm.
You're a have-not. You're a commoner. You're not a guy that has a lot of options. The more you shame women, the less one is likely to sleep with your stupid ass. So it's interesting that men are constantly shaming women. If you stop shaming women, you may just get some ass.
Oh no, that's called sympathy.
Yeah, Jen, you were saying something, and I go through these when I'm driving around and I'm out and about, and I have a chance to sit back for a second, and I sit there and I just look, and I'm in a small city, in a suburb of I'm in a suburb of a small city, and I'm looking around, and it's just amazing to me. Like you said, there's like, in this country, let's just bring it to this country. You got 300 and something million people in this country, right? And I'm looking out there thinking to myself, there are so many people around me that I've never met before that I probably will never see again. And that's just in this town. I mean, that's how much 340 million, and you're talking there's 7 billion, 7 billion people on Earth. You're right. It's like there's so many things you can do and so many people you can meet on a daily basis. And when you look and just looking at even in a small town that, let's say you're in a town of 100,000 people, you're probably not going to see most of them. But that's the opportunities you're talking about that that when you are in a committed relationship or you're in a marriage, you will, especially with kids, you will miss out on other opportunities.
And I love when people say, listen, in every relationship, there are laws, okay? Whether they're light laws, okay, or death penalty laws. Every relationship has laws, whether they light or not. It could be something as light as, hey, it's Tuesday, we Netflix and chill on Tuesday, and you want to go visit your mother, right? You can't go visit your mother because the law of this relationship every Tuesday is you got to Netflix and chill. Now, if you were single, you'd be doing what you want to do is go visit your mother. See, when I talk about this, people automatically think, oh, she just want to fuck good people. That's because your mind is this big and you're a dickhead, right? But it's beyond that for me. And I'm going to say this and I'm going to confess. Y'all can believe it or not, stick it in your pipe, smoke it, stick it in your ass. I don't care. I've been in very long-term relationships. Some good, some not so good, some bad. You know what I mean? Some good and we just grew apart. So I'm not speaking from a place where I hate men. Everybody did me wrong. Only one person my entire life I felt did me wrong in a relationship. Just the one.
Mm-hmm.
Just the one. The other men I would still talk to. They're great. They moved on. I moved on. Okay. Right. But here's the thing. Even with those good relationships that I was in, I'm sorry, in my life experience, but I'm an older woman. It doesn't beat cuddling with that person, Netflix and chilling with that person, fucking that person on tap. He's all mine. I'm sorry. It does not trump me being free to do whatever the fuck I want, however the fuck I want, whenever I want, whatever time I want, talking to my friends at 2, 3 o'clock in the fucking morning, eating pizza for a fucking week. You know what I'm saying? It does not beat that. I don't care what anybody says. So I wouldn't trade my single life and being able to run around with my grandkids for not a motherfucker on this earth. Not a one. Not even if Jason Momoa walked through the door and said, I'll marry you forever and it's guaranteed we can't get divorced. Oh, fucking well. I'll fuck you. But I don't want to. I do not again want the responsibility of another human being in front of me. I never his feelings, his emotions, his wants, his needs, desires, his oh my God, I got to do this and I can't do this because he's here and I can't. Never the fuck. And I know, and I'll land the plane here. The response is always, that's because you ain't been with the right guy. Because the right guy will let you be free and let you be you and still be y'all are not built that way. Y'all are not built that way. You think this is my first rodeo? They always come in like that. You can do whatever you want. I see you shining, girl. Yeah, your cleavage, you all that. Couple weeks in, so he's just gonna call after 11 p.m. Yeah, he's my fucking friend. He's always called after 11 p.m. But now that you're in a relationship, you gotta compromise. I'm not going through that. I'm not doing it. I'll fuck you. But I'm not doing it. You're not telling me who could call me after 11 p.m.
You always got to throw that caveat in. You always got to throw that caveat in. I'll fuck you.
What? If he's attractive, shit is good, and we traveling in this world, I'll fuck you. But I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna. No, I don't want that responsibility.
My biggest issue through all the years of me being in relationships is I had to come to terms with a lot of things. Like I said before, I was very much a lazy boyfriend. I'm good with the intimacy shit, the romance, the blah, 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 the so on and so forth. But it's the in between that I sucked at. Like, calling every day or the idiosyncrasies or the being considerate, going to the store and buying something, coming back without some shit. You know what I mean? For her, and then realize like, oh shit, I really didn't come back with anything for her. Like, damn. Oh well, you know what I mean? Like it's the stuff that's in between that keeps the relationship glued. I sucked at that. And I would go and I'd spend like do binges at the studio, go gigging, go blah blah blah, might not call out the blue. I would just literally still behave as if I was a single person. So the main thing is that especially when you're with a woman, yeah, a lot of times women expect you to build this space around them, build a space that consists of you and her to ensure that it moves forward. Now, as an older man, I can understand the importance of it. I can understand the function of it because it's like, okay, if I'm going to be in a relationship, I have to be considerate of these things. And being a father helped me realize those things because it's like, okay, I have this human being in this world, did not ask to be here. I have to learn how to be social. I have to learn how to be there. I have to learn how to be considerate. I have to learn all these things that I was never taught, never wanted to be taught, never gave a fuck. You know what I mean? And it helped me become a better friend, a better teammate, even in this situation here. You know what I mean? With all of us. Because even in the beginning in the situation, like, I was still kind of like, my head was still kind of in the clouds in the beginning when we was doing this. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? It was just like, I'm still like, but I had to learn, like, okay, if you're going to be a part of something, you have to be present. I guess that's
and
one of
yeah, I
I
love what you said because I love what you said because I've dated guys that don't realize what you said. Same thing, right? Like they'll go to the store. It's not malice. Men are in their own world, right? They'll go to the store, grab themselves, you know what I mean, a juice or something, and come back and sit with you, and you're looking at them like you're not think I may want a juice or something. But it comes from a mentality of, first of all, you were single before we started dating. And when you're single, you're constantly thinking about yourself, right? It's a selfish thing, not maliciously, but it's a selfish thing. I was just, and then women will be like, so you didn't even think about me? You didn't even, and they personalize it. And now we're in an argument. And I don't, and women do it too. And I just don't, it makes me cringe. Like I'm telling you, I'm more fulfilled. And let me tell you, I have an amazing, beautiful tribe and ecosystem, and I got my grandchildren. However, even if I didn't, there's so much to do, Lily. There's a big world out there to discover, and there's museums and traveling and beaches and oceans and art. And there's so many things to explore on the planet that we're not even going to get to see. That's my pain. Not that, oh, I didn't find a man that I could fucking wipe his ass when I'm 95. No, what I'm thinking is, oh my God, am I going to get to see the pyramids? Am I going to get to cave jump in Mexico? That's really what got me anxious, not fucking locking in with some motherfucker's ass I gotta wipe at 85. Fuck out of here. Y'all go get that.
So when I was celibate, I was in a long term relationship and I got out of it and I was celibate for a couple of years and I was getting all of the responses you were getting, like, oh, you're gonna die alone, or I know you're not, you're lying, you gotta be fucking somebody, it was always the same responses. And I'm just it always was so weird to me because I'm like, that's literally the last thing on my mind. There's like a long list of things I want to do. And the reason why it's the last thing on my mind because I know it's the easiest thing to get. Sex and the man is the easiest things, and I have history to show that. But these other things I haven't experienced yet. So that's like, let me take a couple of years off to create new experiences and new memories and things like that. And the fact that people were just and there wasn't people, it was mostly men, who were so like, how dare you? Like, you're lying. You can't want to just be single. No one wants to be single. And it's like, you all put too much focus on this. I don't understand it. And I have a big family. I have great friends. I have a life that I've created. So I don't identify with loneliness. I really don't. I don't identify.
That right there, Lily. That's it. That people, again, they think single is synonymous with lonely, like single person. You're alone. What are you going to do on Christmas? You're alone. the fuck? I'm not even, it's the last thing on my mind, right? It's like, I'm thinking, can I go see my grandbabies? While y'all doing the Christmas thing, I'm thinking, where are the flights, right? Like, it's like, what are flights looking like? That's what I'm thinking. Like, and honestly, it's so sad to me. Like, people think it's the other way around, but I'm like, yo, it's so sad to me because I've seen people, even watching my grandma, I've seen people go from now at my age, from teenagers to 20s to 30s to 40s, and I'm like, yo, you ain't done shit with your life but work and be with that person. And then you have to rationalize in your head that that's what you always wanted to do. And you're happy that you made it with somebody 30 some odd years married. Salute to you. It will.
And I thought that's why married people was going to come after our marriage as a sham episode, because I felt like they most married people feel the need to justify that decision, right? And so, but it was the complete opposite. They was like, nah, y'all were on point. Yeah. All of it was on point. I was like, oh, okay.
People, I think, again, I'm talking about rare as an alien. I think there are couples that genuinely love each other's company, that genuinely are the best friend, that genuinely want to be together, and the chemistry is through the roof. But them people are aliens. It's very rare. It's rare.
But I always said that's my parents, but that wasn't always them. And I just know what they went through to get there. And I'm like, oh,
yes,
that's a lot.
What's up, Leon? And that's the thing. I don't want to go through anything to get to the. I don't want to go through it. I will not subject myself to it. I will not. I refuse. Life is short, man. I refuse. Let's go through hell and pain and cheating and screaming and clawing at each other and raising these kids and fucking braces and and then when we're 75, we made it, baby.
We made it. Remember that time I kicked you down the stairs? Remember that time you slept with my sister and I stabbed you in the cheek? Remember that? We made it through, didn't we? We done been through some things.
I'm not doing it. And really, I know so many couples like that. So many couples that, even in my family, I ain't naming no names because they watch, but even in my family, like, just humans that are beaten down so much, humans that made us think about the cheating when it happened, humans that made us think about we don't have enough money to go on vacation every year, humans that made a big stink about I didn't want all these kids, you wanted these, right? And then they get beaten down by life, they succumb, and then you see these motherfuckers in their 50s and 60s, and they're just beating down people. They just beat the people that got used to it, that got comfortable with what they couldn't get. I'll fuck you, but I'm not coming back. Not doing it. No, thank you. No, gracias. No hablo inglés. Now, if you want to put a diamond on my hand, you want to hang out, we could go to Turks and Caicos. We could go to Bora Bora, and it don't have to be a honeymoon. And that's why it's good to have options. Hey, because I could go to Bora Bora and not be on a honeymoon. So no. Right now, I'm waiting on a chicken sandwich from Wingstop. I ain't have to suck a dick. I have to fuck nobody, and I'm not in a relationship. That's how I like my life. What? That's how I like my life. Here come my chicken sandwich and my fucking juice. And I have to fuck nobody. I have to be. That's how I like my life. That's how I like my life. And that's why it makes me laugh. People like, you ain't married. Thank goodness. Good luck.
I be laughing about the stuff that's on my bed, the books, the laptop, the chips.
Same.
The remote controls. The
remote controls, the fans, the vibrator on the
What is
from yesterday?
What is this? What are we doing here?
My vitamins, they fell out my robe pocket.
Right. Like, okay.
There's a reason for the other side of that bed. You don't get it twisted. Okay, that's so much. I work out of the bed too. My laptop be on there sometimes. And if I'm studying for a movie, the script sleeps next to me.
Everything is like
shit, maybe y'all lonely. I don't have enough time in a day. That's my complaint.
Oh God.
In the day. Y'all talk, well, you're lonely. No. If I wanted to, I'll make a phone call. Plus, a lot of people have that fucking HPV shit. There's disease. There's a lot of shit going on that makes it very easy not to fuck off and fuck around. Y'all. adventurous people. Y'all are adventurous folks.
It's so true. It's a lot that makes me be like, yeah, I'm good. I'll pass.
Yeah.
Thanks
And
for
it's
the
always,
advice.
I'm telling you, it's always wonderful in the beginning, and everybody's always down in the beginning for your cause, right? They're like, oh, I hear, I talk to some guys, and I literally talk, right? Potentials, perhaps. And I hear this say, oh, I thought you were driven. I like that. You busy. I like that.
But there are some men who, there are some people who should be together for the sake of their own survival. And one of my boys, I said to him one time before, I told him, he was going through some whatever with his wife. And I told him, and I know him and his wife for a very long time. And I told him, and he was my boy. And I said, if you leave her, you'll be dead in 24 hours and homeless.
Damn. My God.
You can give him 48.
Have the capacity to take care of yourself on that level. Don't go anywhere. You leave.
But you're right.
The life that I go through, I can maintain that because I'm a certain kind of guy. I have a certain intellectual prowess. I have a certain skill set. I can live a certain life. Not you. You stay here. What happened?
No, that's yeah, no.
And he up, and guess what? He's homeless. He has no skill set. He can't get right. He doesn't know his head from his ass half the time, literally, and he's fucked up now.
Yeah. And the other thing is too, I feel like that with religion. As much as it's not my thing, I feel like some of these people need it if they're crutching their God.
Yes.
Yeah, keep it.
Sure.
Read your Bible, your whatever it is that's just getting you through. Yeah, because I don't have nothing to replace it with. So just go right on ahead. I'm not going to take your religion away from you.
So let's talk about this real quick.
One thing. Yes, the rule is back. The woman was the breadwinner in the situation.
Ouch.
She was extremely intelligent, and she was extremely well skilled. So he, not even on his best day, he made 5% of what she made. So he got a lottery ticket and fucked it up. So yeah.
And the last thing I want to say about relationships, because we definitely got to segue. Last thing I want to say about relationships is that it's something that it's kind of like every phase for me. It's like every phase of life. Like, remember that time you went to school? Yeah, I've been to school. Remember that time you worked corporate America? Yeah, I experienced that. I went to corporate America. Remember that time you were in that long-term relationship? Yeah, I experienced being in a long-term relationship. So, everybody should experience different things. I experienced it, been there, done that. It was good for what it was, but then you move on to the next phase of life and the next thing. People change careers all the time. That's another reason why I wouldn't want to promise a forever to another human being. We change every moment. We're not even the same person we were, from last year. So it's like you go through phase, and it's okay. It's okay. Like, society will tell you that's wrong to divorce. That's wrong to break up. You got them children together. But here's the thing. You have a right to your life. You have a right to your life. Even when you have children, you have a right to what you wanted to do. You're a whole human being with hopes and dreams and desires and freaky shit in your head before you put a ring on somebody. You have a right to your life. And I think it's fucked up that people make it seem that it's fucked up if you feel like you have a right to your life. It's fucked up to me, especially because a lot of these ideas aren't even our ideas, right?
Right.
In society, it's religion, it's tradition. How you got to get married. Was it no children yet? I need some grandchildren. No, that type of shit. But tonight's topic is Ashanti and Nelly. Ashanti reportedly pregnant with Nelly's baby. Is your ex better than your next? Is your ex better than your next? Real quickly, briefly, these motherfuckers were dating. What was it, 20 years ago, Lily? Was it 20?
Yeah.
Okay.
20.
Okay, they dated 20 years ago. They both have been through relationships since then. Nelly was very much in love with Floyd Mayweather's. Yes, the rabbit hole goes deep. Nelly was very much in love with Floyd Mayweather's ex, Miss Jackson, Chantel Jackson. They were together for many years. They broke up. Nelly spun the block on Ashanti, and now she's knocked up, according to reports. Now she's knocked up. 43 years old. He's about to be 50. So is your ex better than your next? Is it better? Is it safer now? Are people going to start going back to their exes because what's out here is really fucked up and jaded? What do you guys think about Ashanti and Nelly? Because there's a lot of hypocrisy. I know Haran wanted to address that, but I wanted to show what people are saying in their comments because it's like
I want to see that.
nauseating.
I want to see that. I'm actually sick of seeing them. Actually, I figure if they're going to go ahead and do this, just leave us out of the group chat.
Y'all motherfucking, these motherfucking people, man, they need to sit their motherfucking ass down. They're gonna swing the block and catch a fucking STD. Sit y'all motherfucking asses down. Y'all niggas, yeah, everybody always think that when they see someone do something that's considered unconventional or what someone else told you don't do, and it works out differently for them or unexpected from them, then it'll work out for the same regard for you. No, there's a good chance that if you do swing the block, you will have some issues with that person. You will have some issues with that person. You might not be, you know what I mean? It might not be the extravagant situation that you thought it was. And I want to discuss the hypocrisy I was talking about was that I'm sure there's a couple of people who said that she was too old and blah, blah, blah for dude and whatever and so on and so forth. But then I recall there were talks about her. Why doesn't she have a child by now and blah, blah, blah and so on and so forth. So it's like she's too old if she gets the dude and he settles down with her. But if she's alone and that age, then she's wasted her life and she should have a child by now. And she should sit her ass down. So which one is it? It's just amazing to watch. Which one is it?
They don't know.
So it seems like people, they don't have a lot going on aside from social media. So this is a thing, right? Nelly and Ashanti is a thing. I think it's tacky. Here's why. Like, you came back and now you're giving her a high-risk pregnancy. She's 43 years old, okay? The fucking chances of Down syndrome, the fucking chances of complications. So you spun the block after you ran around with this other woman who's gorgeous, by the way. Miss Jackson is gorgeous as well. Ran around with her many years, okay? Didn't give her a ring. Now you're running around with Ashanti. Now she's knocked up all of a sudden after you guys get back together after a couple months. You got grown kids. His kids are in their late 20s. I think this is silly. I think it's very, very silly, but it ain't my womb. It ain't my business. We're just here to talk about the bullshit. Very quickly, I wanted to. This is Miss Jackson's. That's what they call her, okay? For Floyd Mayweather's ex. This is her Instagram account. Now, this woman's been broken up with Nelly for a while now, right? So she has nothing to do with Nelly getting with Ashanti now, right? It's none of her business. People are going ham in her comments. I love you, but Ashanti pregnant, Miss Jackson. What now?
So they rode around near her. Let me go down and see what. Let me write out. See what Miss Jackson doing. Let her know that Ashanti pregnant. She might not know.
She's not in there. She's minding her business on her Instagram. Okay. Ashanti's gonna be a single mother. Don't worry. Watch. So Miss Jackson's good. This is her comment. Else, Miss Jackson knows she dodged a bullet. That's why she don't care. Nelly broke and needs money.
I'm sorry. Okay, so these same people, how would they feel if someone goes to their ex, ride down to their ex's page when they celebrating a milestone to go like?
This is crazy.
I don't know how they justify these.
Sorry, Miss Jackson. You took the L.
How she take an L? Like she's going on with her life. Life goes on. And
yo, sorry, but it's Ashanti's moment.
She's like, I just posted a picture today on my Instagram. Am I allowed to post a picture today? Because Ashanti just announced her pregnancy.
Why are you posting today? I love you, but this post is gonna go south real quick. It's a picture of her in bed.
So I guess that's what it was. She was supposed to take a day off of posting because Ashanti announced her pregnancy. So is this how it works? I'm new to all this, you all. You gotta
Actually,
explain it to me.
someone else said you've been posting real extra lately.
See,
Oh,
hey,
no.
Jen.
Wait, before you speak, Ish, laughing out loud. Why y'all acting like she the baddest chick on the block?
No, Absolute 72 said Miss Jackson going out fast. I don't know what she
Go ahead, Ish. This is
that I call it the stadium audience syndrome. It's that guy at the basketball game that's screaming at the player on the court, "You're a bum, get out of here, you this, you that," and it's the ability to express all your internal issues out to somebody without there being some form of consequence. Until, like that, if that player was to step up into the bleachers, their whole conversation would shift. It'd be, you'd be mute as a mouse. So, all this kind of like tough talk the cats do. It's like the barking dog behind the fence. It barks real loud. As soon as you open the gate, the dog shuts up.
mm-hmm.
So all that is just the byproduct of this odd human behavior, as I call it.
I like the way you said that, odd human behavior. Because if we were to open some of these folks' gates to see what's going on in their lives and relationships, you would know that they clearly don't have a.
This is definitely, it's like drugs. Like social media is like drugs. This is where people go and they can be whoever they want to be. They can argue with whoever they want to argue with. They could share space with people that they would never be next to in real life. Like this is the new drug, whether we like it or not. It's and then you go to Ashanti's page and it's all, of course, congratulations. I hope you have twins. Blah blah. Congratulations. And it's celebrity worship at its worst because, honey, if this was your cousin.
Right.
Okay, if this was your cousin Ashanti who lived in projects and her man went back to her after 20 some odd years after being with all these other women and then knocked her up, you'd be like, girl, Ashanti done got pregnant by her baby daddy. He spun the block on her, girl, and she was stupid enough to get pregnant. But because it's Ashanti and Nelly, oh yeah.
Oh my God.
Team Ashanti and Nelly. like ew.
I mean, and when I started seeing them pop up everywhere every 5 minutes, I'm like, what are we doing? What is this? This is awkward. This is weird. You all are spinning the block after 20 years. You're in your 40s. Like, this is the type of thing, like, we know there's a big chance that it's not going to work out, right? Just because of statistics. So this is the type of thing, because of for that, like, okay, let's just take off the fact that they're celebrities. If this was just, like you said, my cousin and them, to decided to spin the block to do this, even they should shut the fuck up and not drag the family and the friends. And because statistically, the spin the block doesn't work out the next go around, right? So leave everybody out of it so that when it doesn't, when the excitement wears off, you all can dissolve it easily and tiptoe away, right? So then you add on the fact that celebrity.
Whatever was wrong the first go round is going to be wrong the second go round. Like it would take
Amen.
It would take a fucking miracle for someone to come back completely changed and different. And it's like, oh shit, you're everything that I wanted you to be when we were together. So that makes you better now. It's like, oh, you know what I mean? But aside from that, like, and how often does that happen? So going back to Haran, I'll fuck it. But I'm not. We're not getting back. It's not happening.
It's really funny. It's really funny you should say that, because I remember we were having a discussion, and I was asking you like some women feel a certain way, some don't. But say if a man is here when you were when you left him, You know what I mean? And you kind of left him because he was here. You didn't move. And then on the heels of you leaving him, you bump into him, whatever. He's here. Like he's like here. I have seen times when women have gotten upset. They have gotten upset, like, wow, you are at this space that I needed you to be when we were together, and it's over, and then you become the exact person that I need you to be, and another woman is experiencing, to some degree, maybe even the hard work that woman might have put in, you know what I mean? And another woman is benefiting from that. Have you women ever experienced that, or have you ever seen?
Man, fuck yeah! I've experienced that. Okay,
has that angered you?
Fuck yeah, it's angered me.
Okay.
But let me flip it. Do men feel that? If you heard, if you were with a woman and she was a lazy bitch, didn't want to, fuck with you heavy like that, didn't want to work with you, didn't want to help you build, and then you see her with another dude I'm just going to use the word bum for lack of a better term. You see her with some bum, and then you hear, yo, you heard that? Yo, she helping him work on his thing, and she gave him $5,000 for his business. Aren't you going to be like, bitch?
Nah, that doesn't work the same way for guys. Here's the difference. Here's the difference. For men, most of the time with guys, now that could be something. I'm not saying that's a thing, but with men, if it's over, I don't know what happens to women, okay? But a lot of times when it's over, a couple of like maybe a month or two later, I don't know what it is. You girls get this new car smell around you again. You know what I mean? Some of you get your hair done again. Well, it's the little things that we wanted you to do that you weren't doing. Like you get your hair done. Maybe you lost that 20 pounds of baby weight that you held on to. You looking real. The skin is incredible. Like you got the new car smell again. They don't need to be a nigga next to you. It's like, oh shit, this is the shit that I wanted to come home to. It doesn't have to be you. You gave a nigga $10,000. We don't give a fuck about that. We give a fuck about the fact, like, holy shit, when did you look like this? Wow, you really are beautiful.
Well,
wow.
that bothers me when, I was with a man and then it's like, he's some regular degular. And then you're no longer with him. It's like, oh, you going to the gym now? Oh, your clothes match now? Oh, you wash your ass now?
Oh, damn, you wash your ass now? What type of shit is that?
It's something out there that they only do that if they got a girl, so we're not going to act like this.
But yeah, that's true. But I would like to say this. I would like to add to this point, though, that what A is to B doesn't mean what B is to C. And I think it's also the dynamics of the relationship. Because I've watched women who are like aggressive with this one guy, but then got with this other guy, and they was mealy mouth because it was just the dynamics between those two. So it's not always about if that person stay with you, they're going to always be that person. But if they got into a different scenario, that different combination of these two different people cause that person to upgrade their program for whatever the aspect was. And then, sometimes people just are designed to just bring other people down because of all the little crazy shit in their head. But at the end of the day, there's no comparison contrast. I can be in some relationships. I'm like, wow, this person really is going to, internally, this person is going to really evolve me. I can see that just between our dynamics. And then I'll be in another relationship and I'm the head person that, that runs the whole ship, and I'm carrying the whole burden. So it again, I just think it's the dynamics between two different people. That's all.
So going to Nelly's comment section, this is funny. They say home isn't a place, it's a person. You finally made it back home, Nelly.
Oh shit.
Another comment. She's definitely more badder and classier than the Jackson girl.
They just came from over to the Jackson girl. stage. They just came from riding around the Jackson Girl stage.
Yo, look, this is why when it pop off us, I ain't telling nobody who I'm with. Mind your fucking business, man. I'm not putting my family, my situation out there for no fucking body. Fuck that.
According
Man.
to the internet, I'm single for the rest of my life. According to the internet.
And then I don't remember what Nelly's lips look like, because all I've been seeing since he got with Ashanti was his teeth. He's known for his fucking teeth. He never closes his mouth.
No.
When they draw Nelly, they draw his teeth first.
Wait. 1 second. This is true, but the nigga hasn't been smiling that much in a while.
You're fucking lying.
He's got the 90s. He's got the 90s Nelly. He's got the old Nelly smile.
Like, do tell.
Yeah, the old one. The old one. He's smiling like the old Nelly.
Okay, but that sounds absolutely fucking ridiculous, because when were you checking for Nelly's smile?
I mean, the nigga just look happy. I mean, you could tell a dude is happy when his neck goes in.
He never looks sad to me.
When the shit go ear to ear, and he's just like,
Oh,
you know what I mean? The shoulders go up. Yo, man,
I can't.
the man's happy.
So this is the thing. It's plausible that the man is happy because he's spinning the block and everything's new and fresh and stuff like that, and it's exciting. They get all this attention, and everyone is like, "Oh, Nelly, we're rooting for you. We are rooting for you." Like, they got all that going on. Because let's keep it a buck. Who's really been talking about Nelly and Ashanti like as much as they have been as recently? Like, they've been talking about.
I saw this shit coming.
Well, a lot of people did, but what I'm saying is a lot of people have not been. They haven't been on people's lips like that in a long time, in at least 10 years. Okay, at least 10 years. I'm being very nice here. So yeah, it's a lot. It's all newness going on. There's a lot of newness going on, but that shit is going to. Because they've been down this road before. These are two people who know each other. This is not a new relationship.
I mean, look, Nelly, Ashanti is a clear example of what I just said when we see after a long period of time. Remember when they did Verses and Fat Joe brought her up there and she was just looking incredible. She was looking thick and healthy and incredible. And Nelly saw her, and immediately when he saw her, he went up for his hug.
Mm-hmm.
That's that. Where my hug at? That's that. What's up, big head? Where my hug at? I was like, oh, I see what's about to happen. Homie about to go in for the kill. Because I've been there like, oh, man, I haven't seen you in a while. Oh, okay, all right. Been taking care of yourself. So you still like that, blah, blah, blah. Oh, it's right up the street. Let me take you for a drink. And, you know, it's usually how you know what I mean, you set it up. But I didn't think it was going to happen this fast. I thought he'd, you know.
How did you see this coming? When did you see this coming? When he was with Miss Jackson?
On the Verses. No, the Verses.
No, on the Verses. When he went up for his hug, I was like, oh, he going in for the kill. I've been there.
Yeah, Abby, when I see gold teeth, I automatically think that.
Yeah, after you break up with the other chick, then all of a sudden it's like, who's around? Let me spin the block. This bitch still single. Let me see what's going on over there.
Why you always got to think negatively?
But no, there's
because you know it's the truth, Ron. I'm single now. Where that bitch at? She'll still check. She'll take me.
Yeah. Well,
I moved on. If Ashanti had moved on, okay, got herself a good man, got married and got knocked up, he would not be checking for her. Nelly checked for her because she was available.
Look, listen. I mean, when it's 3 a.m. in the morning and you're hungry and your regular store ain't open, what do? You look for another shop that's open. Because you're hungry. It's like, hey, where's that other shop at? They're usually open at this time. Let me go over there. It happens. It's humans.
It's also it's a case. It's a little bit of all of this. What you're saying. It's also a fact that as time passes, just like when someone you're in love with dies, like your husband or your wife dies. All the good things, nobody remembers any of the negative things. They talk about all the good things, right?
And that's the point I'm making.
Yeah, so when you're remembering, oh, that wasn't such a bad relationship, and time has passed, wounds have healed, and it's available, and you don't have to really get to know that other person as much because you already know them. It's convenient. And so, maybe there's some of that going on. But man, to have a baby at 42 and he's 50 something, 43, and he's 50 something. I mean, listen, they're in a different tax bracket, so they'll have help. But
you spun back and gave me a high risk pregnancy. That's what the fuck you gave me. Thank you.
Right. Like, and the reason why I'm saying that I'm not the person who goes back, but I attempted one time and it was exactly what you said. You know what I'm saying? I only remember the good stuff. Right. And we started going out again, going on little dates, and it was fun, it was exciting, and it felt new again and all of that other stuff. And then after a while you remember why you broke up in the first place. It don't take long.
Well, you know what though?
It don't take long.
Maybe that's the secret to most marriages living long. Maybe you motherfuckers need to separate for a period of time. And then
I think together. I think that's it about a couple that we talked earlier. I said that's why they stayed together as long as they did, because they were separated. I firmly believe in that, like taking breaks and stuff like that. I know some couples like, yo, we're going to stay here and beat each other up until we figure it out. And it's like, no, one of us go to Hawaii, the other one go to Thailand, and we'll meet back over here 2 weeks from now.
No, I don't mean 2 weeks.
I'll go to Thailand.
No, that's
how long you mean?
A year.
Okay.
That works.
A year. I think if we've been around for each other for a very long time, I think we should have the right to separate for each other for a year, and we come back. Nobody asks nobody no fucking questions.
See, man, fuck y'all and your marriages and your relationships. Fuck all y'all and your marriages and your relationships. For what? For why then?
For what?
For why then? If you're gonna leave somebody for a year, fuck around, come back. Now, what the fuck I need this ex for? What the fuck?
Who said I would fuck around? I'm probably climbing Mount Everest. I'm probably fighting samurais and shit.
Oh, you gonna fuck somebody on Mount
Everest? I'm probably doing a lot of shit, man.
First of all, Nelly is what we call. Mira, Nelly is what we call in Spanish un enamorado. Okay, enamorado, in love. This is what it means. And tú eres un enamorado, meaning that you're giddy about love and girls, and like you know what I mean. You're that guy. You're always cheesing around women. You're that guy with my hug at. You're my hug at, right? Yes, like he's un enamorado. Like he likes it, right? So look, people talking about they never see Nelly's teeth. That's him and his ex. This is what Nelly does. That's him and Miss Jackson. This is what Nelly does. This is Nelly. This is what Nelly does. This is Nelly.
Women, man. It's like it's a boo thing, man. He loves women, man.
Okay. I'm fine with that, but let's not pretend that's just Nelly. This is Nelly. This is Nelly.
It's true.
Nelly. So when people are like, I didn't see his lips before Ashanti, well, that's him with his ex. I see his teeth.
I think he got some. Did he get veneers?
He's got veneers, yes. That's why it looks even crazier now. His teeth, all he sees is teeth when he walks in the room. He got veneers. So I'm like, you see his teeth now because he got veneers.
So Nelly is a sucker for love.
Yeah, he's in un enamorado. Like he's very, you know what I mean? He likes the relationship. And why not circle back? Why not spin the block for Ashanti? She's been fucking single for 11 years. She's so available. Like Ashanti is super available.
So every time that motherfucker come around, you hear like Spanish guitars and wine and motherfuckers doing some kind of
Mariachi singers.
Exactly.
Listen, I guarantee when they break up, and they will, right? It's not even like, oh, don't be not, don't wish them back. It's not. It has nothing to do with me. It has everything to do with statistics and people getting back together. We did a show on people circling back and what low percentage of people survive getting back together. Remember that shit was like 6%. It was like 6% of people who circle the block, end up moving on with their relationship. Statistically, you got 2 people that are traveling the world and are still performing. Nelly is still getting ass thrown at him just for fun. Okay, everywhere the fuck he goes, this is not gonna survive, and not because I'm a pessimist, because statistically, the industry that they're in, you're pregnant at 43. Now you're gonna be knocked up. You're gonna change in his eyes. You know what I mean? Now you're a mother. You're not that hot bitch that was single for 30 decades. You know what I'm saying? Things change. These people are older. They're set in their ways. 50 years old. He is set in his motherfucking ways. You're 43.
I mean, and you know what though, but spinning the block. I mean, sometimes certain things for a man, we spin the block for certain things. Sometimes it's you're set in your ways. You don't want to really go out there. Sometimes certain traumatic things might happen. I remember I lost my deal, my music contract on Time Before, and I was fucking mad as shit over that. And I spun the block on somebody. Because it was just like, I need somebody to motherfucking cook for a motherfucker, give me some head, man, make me feel like a motherfucking king, man. And I spun the block. Oh man, I admit it. I was about 25.
Made me feel good.
I'm there, like, look, and she did.
And I bet you looked like this when you got back.
I probably did. Tongue out and all. It was just a guitar in the picture.
Hey, but Jen, did you hear the article? Not the article, but the interview on Joe Buttons with Tyrese, and what he was talking about in relationship to how he felt being married, and this was the first, his previous wife, that this was the first woman he had been with that he didn't cheat on, and that success started coming more his way when he became married, and he was really focused, and he said he had kind of, he'd had so much, pardon the language, but had so much vagina that he was now ready to settle down, and he knew she was the one. Like, maybe, just being devil's advocate, maybe Nelly is at that point, like, I've had all that I'm going to need to get every which way but loose. I'm ready to settle down. And, she wasn't all that bad, I mean? And she's been ready, she's a goofy girl like that. So she's been ready for, just to be, be with Nelly. So, that may be just the circumstances now.
Thank you, Tristan. I got it. Okay, here's the thing. To what you said. He wasn't a playboy. Nelly wasn't a playboy. He wasn't a womanizer. He was with Miss Jackson a very, very long time. He was with his wife a very, very long time. This isn't Tyrese. This isn't some playboy throwing dick around. He's not even known for that. So I don't see that. I don't see that with him. Like, he's tired of random pussy. He was with Miss Jackson for a long time. If anything, Nelly monkey bars into relationships. If anything. So I don't see him I don't see him like a Tyrese type. And let me tell you something. Tyrese seems to be the only one that didn't recognize that bitch wasn't into him.
Right.
You could see them 2 together anywhere, and you could tell that bitch is there because he's Tyrese. It is almost condescending the way she talks about him. And I was like, oh, she got that motherfucker good. You know why? Because all she had to do was play to his ego, because Tyrese's ego is this big.
Yep.
Okay. And all she had to do was play to his ego. It's almost like when you hear her on interviews now, she's literally toying with that fool. Yeah, maybe I shouldn't have broke up with him. Like, I don't know. I was listening to a lot of people. Like, would you get back with him? I don't know. Maybe I would, I guess. Like, it's so obvious. But when a motherfucker's ego is that big, it's easy to play to his ego. And you'll be thinking she into me, and she'll be counting the days of the money she's going to get. And she did it. She accomplished it.
I've seen my homeboys go through this. And like you said, we can see right through the game. And we're like, you don't see what she's doing here. You just don't see it. As a matter of fact, now I'm starting to think you like what she's doing to you, because there's something you're getting out of it that is working for you.
And I'm sorry people about to get mad at me, but I'm gonna say something and it's gonna be controversial. People about to get mad at me. You ready, No Saint? For black men especially, the preference, the light-skinned girl with the good hair, okay, can mollywop, okay, your fucking emotions and gas you up so high because you're a black man, right? And you're so happy to have this light-skinned, long-haired, good hair prize that bitch could run you ragged, and you're too enveloped in, oh my God, this light-skinned bitch with the long hair and the fat ass wants me.
Yep.
It's very easy to wrap them up and string them up and get whatever you want from them.
You want to know what's funny, Sam? The men I was just talking about, they were in that situation. They were in that. It was either a light skinned woman or a white woman, right?
That's a lie.
And all the men I'm thinking about when I said what I just said, they were in it for that situation. They did not want to let go of that prize.
When you covet a thing, when you covet a thing, you'll get got by that thing. Okay, but you say we lying. What you lying?
It's all lies.
Then you tell us. You tell us what the truth is. Tell the truth. Shame the devil.
Look, man. I admit that sometimes brothers do get a little caught up with things. You know what I mean? Sometimes we let certain people, last a bit longer than they should. But to inflate it as such, it's a little much. Don't go as far as that. It's a little much.
I vehemently disagree. I think Jen just spoke scripture right now.
Like, look, man, just because you done got right now. Look, man, just because you got run ragged by a little red bone girl from the South, don't mean the rest of us had that shit happen to us. Okay? That's you.
I think Jen just spoke scripture. I'm sorry.
Just because Redbone had you out here in these streets, motherfucking, you know what I mean, questioning your life. that don't mean
Elaborate.
Yeah, I'm confused.
No, elaborate. You elaborate, Ish. You elaborate.
No, I think you're absolutely right. Men do covet a certain aspect. They're going to sit down there. They're going to look past the fault and go, damn, I can't let this dude, she got that fat ass or she got them big titties or speak straight words. So pardon the language, family. But you know what I mean? Like, or whatever she does that curls your toes, you'll, as Malcolm X says, you will suffer peacefully. At the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? What you call it made that song called Novocaine? What does Novocaine do? Allow somebody to dig in your mouth and pull out your teeth without you saying a single solitary word. That song is scripture as well. Novocaine. There'll be some women. What is her Novocaine?
Because I see it all the time. It's so easy. I don't know. I guess it's easier for women to pick up because women are the succubus. We know how to make a man feel like we like him and love him, and we don't, right? We do it better than men.
Right.
Of course, men, huh?
Succubus, not succubus. Succubus.
I say succubus because succubus sounds like you sucking dick.
Say it like what it is. So if we're gonna say it, succubus.
No saying who you talking to? No saying can you help me? Can you help me? Who are you talking to? I don't. I'm confused.
They draw energy from you.
I'm confused. No saying. No saying. Can you help me out? As I was saying, women, we just have that magic, right? Where we seduce and we'll make them. I mean, come on, from strippers to prostitutes and just women who are coming in. Oh, I just
cam girls.
Yeah, cam girls. Even women that just want to be a wife, to the point where Ask Andrew Tate, to the point where all a man has to do is think he's talking to a woman. He doesn't even have to have proof that he's talking to a woman. Andrew Tate made a fortune, okay? Because he made men think they were talking to women. So it's very easy for us to see a couple, especially when a man has money and she does not. It's very easy for us to look at that couple and be like, yo, she is not into this dude. Look at the body language. Look how she's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, the little church hugs and stuff. And she'll be married with a ring and everything. She'll be married. And that's what I saw with Tyrese and that chick. She's toying with him. He's crazy, crying on she's doing to me, and she's on a podcast like, I don't know, maybe I will, maybe I did break up with him.
Wait 1 second, no say. As a side dude, the main thing that kept the dude in line, and women are amazing at this. The main thing that kept that dude in line is that she catered to his ego. She made sure that he honestly still felt as if he was still in control of the relationship, that he was still being catered to, that nothing in his world changed or will change. And once the perception of that,
who are you talking about?
I'm talking about when I was a side dude and how women kept, you know what I mean, their main dude, you know what I mean, on tap and out of the situation. As long as she kept that perception of the relationship is exactly what he wanted to be, and he was in control and whatever, he was never a fucking problem.
What were you saying?
He made me think of something else too, but no, you're so right. Like, men are so easy because just think about back in listen, we can go back to the 80s and 90s. All they had to do was show you a commercial of the 1-900 number of a real pretty woman, and you on the phone, you might be talking to a guy or someone who weighs 400 pounds, and you thinking you talking to that real sexy woman, and you paying that $5.99 a minute as she tells you what she wants to do to you.
Right.
We're just too easily manipulated. And then for what Haran was saying, you made me laugh because I'm thinking, I wonder if I was ever a side dude and just didn't even know it. Thought I was the main dude, and actually I was a side dude.
I'm telling y'all, man, the three.
There's a good example.
But who's the example?
This is a good example, except she wasn't. Her poker face is terrible. Where is it? I just saw it. So anyway, somebody said Trump's wife. She looks like she's repulsed by him. So she doesn't have a good poker face because she looks like she's repulsed by him, which is easy to be. It's easy to be repulsed by Trump. Yeah, so it's like it's crazy because it's like women will do that, and that's what I saw with him and her, like the way he would talk about her. That's another sign. Like when a man is constantly bigging up the woman, he's like, she did this and she did. You know why you bigging her up?
Right, and that's the thing with people. They don't realize. Like I was talking, like kind of having an exchange back and forth on Facebook with somebody, and I was talking. Hold on, I'm trying to remember what the question was, but basically, I was like, all relationships end, right? I was like, all relationships end, and so the guys, they want to go through that. Well, if you made vows and but this is the thing. You can be the most committed. You can have the best intentions in the world, but you have no idea what's going through that other human's brain. None. So that's the thing. All relationships end for whatever reason. So the point I'm always making when I say that is to just enjoy today, enjoy now, enjoy today. Because anything can end it. They could wake up and say, I don't do this shit no more. And you be like, oh, we're going to be together forever because I'm committed. This is what I do. I love being married, blah, blah, blah. Oh, and she's the best wife, and she does this, and she's thinking, I don't think I want to do this anymore. You never know.
Everybody's different. That's why give me a boyfriend for 3 months. Men are amazing the first 3 months. They're absolutely amazing. 3 months. Because why, Haram? Because I'll
still fuck him.
Listen, I'm here for good time. You did a couple of incels on social media gonna change my mind about how I'm living my life. A couple of incels. Shit.
Well, most cars are great after for the first 3 months too.
Yeah. Oh, who was saying that? I just saw somebody saying that about money. Dan Bilzerian. Dan Bilzerian was saying that his fulfillment in his life is hanging out with his friends, because he said surfing and hanging out with his friends, the shit that don't cost money. Because he said you'll go buy a Corvette, then you drive in as fast, and then it's like you got to park it, and then you're not in the Corvette, right? Of course, people will be like, well, there's it's easy to say that when you can afford it, but no, I believe him 100%, because after you buy the Corvette and you drive it and you speed, and then unless you're a fucking speed demon and your life is racing cars, then that's what you enjoy. But if you're buying it because you just, I got this money, now I could get a Lambo, now I could get a this, now I could get a that, because you got money. It's like you're just buying things because you can afford them now. Yeah, I can imagine a Bugatti. I can imagine your favorite thing to do is hang with your friends. I believe them.
We have a saying in the recovery community, and it's one is too many and 1,000 is never enough. And that is, there's no more truer statement than that in the world. Because that's just how humans are when we have like that abundance of access to whatever, whether it's financial or whether it's what our looks brings to us or whatever thing, whatever. It's like, I want this thing. Once I get this thing, I'll always be happy. I'll never be sad again when I get this thing or this person or this whatever. I make this move or buy this house or whatever, but one is too many and 1,000 is never enough. So, but sometimes it takes for you to be in the situation for you to understand that. You're like, oh damn, like nothing. It's always a simple thing that are way more sustainable.
Yeah. Well, this one was this one was fun. This one was fun. Oh my god! All right, guys. So my sandwich is here. Time to go get it.
All right.
Really is like, I already know what's up. All right, guys, don't forget, please follow all of us on social media. We got so much shit coming. Sisterhood Sips is a motherfucking hit. You have to see our clips. Our clips are to die for. Them dudes are in them comments imploding. Okay, Sisterhood Sips, it's on its own channel, literally Sisterhood Sips, CIS, Sisterhood Sips. Them dudes are imploding in the comments. I've never seen anything like it. It's a fucking phenomenon. I've never seen people hate people they'll never meet so much. It is very, very funny.
Have you roll down to our TikTok? They still arguing from one post. Like it's almost 2 weeks now. It's been almost 2 weeks.
I saw them on the YouTube. I mean, rabid. Them incels are rabid. It's not even like they coming through saying normal shit like, "Oh, I don't believe in what you're saying." They are rabid. I was like, "Wow, okay."
They are very emotionally invested in strangers.
Very, very. I'm like, it's so much power though. You can say something for a minute and like move people.
That's why I keep telling them, why do you keep giving me your power? Why do you keep willingly giving me your power? But okay, I'll take it.
I'm like, Dracarys.
Like, okay.
All right, guys. So we are out of here. We will see y'all tomorrow. Good luck to Nelly and Ashanti. Hit that like and subscribe on your way out the door. Support the show. Cash App on the block with Jen. Good night, guys. Hit that like on your way out the door for mama. And we will see you mañana. Please go to my On the Block with Jen on Instagram. Not now, but right now. Check out what I got going on over there. You'll be glad you did. You see how white my teeth look? Ooh, them crust white strips. Work, baby. All right, guys. I'm out of here. Good night.